Good morning, bhai. Good afternoon, bhai. Once check audio video clear. Good afternoon, bhai. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Once check audio video clear. Quickly, bhai. Audio and video is clear, bhaiya. Clear. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Material done. Material practice have you done, bhai? Done, bhai. Badhiya. So shall we continue? Last class we completed the mole concept part. Have I told you gram atom, gram molecule, gram ion? Have I told you gram atom, gram molecule, gram ion names or not? Gram atom, gram molecule, gram ions. Told? Badhiya. Can you tell me in 18 ml water at STP, how many moles are there? 18 ml water at STP, how many moles are there, bhai? Can you tell me this? How many moles are there in 18 ml water at STP? STP means 0 degree Celsius and 1 atm pressure, bhaiya. Twarga, can you say that 18 ml of water at STP, how many moles of water are there? Say, bhai. Are you applying this formula? Are you applying this formula, भैया? बिल्कुल बकवास, totally wrong. Because water is a liquid. Until they mention water vapor, you cannot assume it to be vapor, bhai. At 0 degrees Celsius, water is not existing as a vapor. Clear hai, bhai? So we are starting with this topic only, then start the next topic immediately after this question. So for liquid and solid, you cannot apply this formula, bhai. This is no such formula. There is no such formula in our notebook. Our formula is volume of a gas at STP. Getting, bhai? So for liquid and solid, what we do? We use weight is equals to density into volume. If volume given, I will multiply with the density and find weight. And density of water, you should all remember from now till the end of NEET examination, at least, कि density of water is 1 gram per ml. So when you get 18 ml of water, from here you will get weight of water as density into volume of water. That is 1 gram per ml into how much is the volume? 18 ml. So 18 gram will come. So weight of water is 18 gram. So once you got the weight, you can find the moles also. Moles of water will be given mass by molar mass. That is 18 gram by, what is the molar mass of water? 18 gram per mole. So this will come out to be 1 mole water. Say, bhai, is this thing clear? Is this clear or not clear, bhaiya? Clear? One previous year JEE main question AI triple E at that time, one previous year AI triple E question, which is now called as JEE main, I will give you, which is based upon unitary method. We'll understand the unitary method by using this question only. So what the question is, ki find moles of Mg3PO4 whole twice which contain 0.5 mole oxygen atoms. You have to find the moles of magnesium phosphate which contain this much mole of oxygen atom. So for doing this kind of a question, we firstly have to find ki what they are giving and what they are asking. So sir, They are giving 0.5 mole oxygen atom, and they are asking you magnesium phosphate moles. And whatever I don't know, I can take it as X. Is this the question or not, bhai? Ki 0.5 mole of oxygen atom is there. So how many magnesium phosphate are there? They are asking. So I will take the magnesium phosphate number as X. Mole is also a number only, na, unit of number. I will take magnesium phosphate X, oxygen atom 0.5 mole. Now, I need a relationship between O and magnesium phosphate. So what's the meaning of relationship? Tell me, can you create a relation between number of hands and number of people? Tell me a relation between number of hand and number of people. Say bhai, create a relation between number of hands and number of people, bhai. Twarga. Use your brain and understand the meaning of relation. Arre, twice means write in a statement form, na. Tell me in a statement form. Tell in a statement form, relation. Ki this much something, that's a relation between them. Don't tell me ratio and all those things, bhai. I want in a simple language which I can use in class 5th, 6th also. 2 times number of people, number of hand. Can I say in simple word that one person has 2 hands? Simplest way of the relation will be one person has 2 hands. Can you tell a similar relation between oxygen atom and magnesium phosphate? Tell me a similar relation between oxygen atom and magnesium phosphate numbers. How many O? How many magnesium phosphate? Twarga. Are you have this much brain? Twarga say, type faster. Chatting to you do very fast. Answer not giving fast. How many O, how many magnesium phosphate relation? One magnesium phosphate has 8 O. Correct? So O on the left side I am writing. So here also I will write O on the left side. So 8 oxygen atom, 1 magnesium phosphate. Is this a relation or not, bhai? Is this a relation or not? From where this relation came? This came from molecular formula. From the molecular formula, I found this relation. The 8 oxygen atom, 4 into 2, 8. 8. Similarly, I can create a relation ki 2 phosphorus atom, 1 magnesium phosphate, 3 magnesium atom, 1 magnesium phosphate, 3 magnesium atom, 8 oxygen atom, 3 magnesium atom, 2 phosphorus atom, 2 phosphorus atom, 8 oxygen atom. I can create as many relations as I want from here. But in the question they are giving me O, asking me magnesium phosphate. So that relation I have written. Now for unitary method, one method is that ki yaar, this much O, this much magnesium phosphate, so 1 O, how many, etc. etc. In case you know it, great. In case you don't know, rather than trying to learn it, I will say preferably learn this way. Cross multiply and make them equal. This way, without using much of the math, your answers will come. Because anyway, if you are using the other method also, if a question will come of inverse relation, it will not work. This will also not work. And wherever that method will work, this also will work. So basically this is the better, easier method. 8x, 8 into x is 0.5 mole into 1. Don't forget to write mole, bhai. Mole is also number only. You can't forget mole here. Getting 8 into x is 0.5 mole into 1. So from here, how much is the value of x? So 0.5 mole by 8. This is your answer. Understood the unitary method drama, bhai? Understood? Nalini, correct. Bhai, understood? Easy? Easy na? Easy, bhai. One relation you will write from here, one relation will be given in the question, one thing will be unknown. Just cross multiply. Make sure OO on the same side and the other person on the other side, and cross multiply, equate them, answer will come. Easy hai? So it's a AI triple E PYQ, very famous question. You will find this in our exercise number 3 also. Done, bhai. If someone say diatomic gas, it means A2. Triatomic gas, it means A3. Diatomic gas, triatomic gas, you should know these basic terms. Diatomic, triatomic. Someone say diprotic acid, you will say H2A. Triprotic, protic means proton, proton means H plus. Triprotic acid, H3A. This diprotic, triprotic. Getting bhaiya? They can also say dibasic. This is another name, dibasic acid. Tribasic acid. So if they say triacidic base, diacidic base, base. So sir, base is hydroxide. So triacidic base means 3 hydroxide, 3 OH. Diacidic base means 2 OH. For base we say acidic. For acid we say basic. A, B, whatever. I'm using B for base, A for acid. Just confusion will not be there. You can use A also, no problem. But you understood my point. Because people know everything about stoichiometry, and because of this basic terminology, they are not able to solve the question. Clear hai bhai? So this you will be okay with. These terms are okay for everyone. This fundamental is clear for everyone. Then I want you to learn today 2 reactions of class 9th. Reaction number 1 is called neutralization reaction, also called as acid-base reaction, which is acid plus base will give you salt plus water. Now this reaction is not always true. Sometimes water will come, sometimes will not come. But at least in class 9th, those who study, they know this much. Junior inter, to everything we will teach because given in the NCERT. But there are several things from class 9th chemistry also that people don't remember much. So that's why you should remember acid plus base give you salt plus water. Properly remember this. And for combustion reaction, carbon becomes CO2. Hydrogen become water. Carbon becomes CO2, hydrogen become water. Done bhaiya? Hello. Sir, what about nitrogen? In the case of nitrogen, I prefer to say it remain N2. It does not become any oxide because the oxides of nitrogen are not that much stable at high temperature. So when we are having combustion at high temperature, so nitrogen preferably will, until if they given the question कि nitrogen forms NO2 by combustion, then bhaiya join the hand, accept the question. But if not mentioned, then don't, because you are thinking C becoming CO2, H becoming H2O, so N become NO2. That's why I'm saying कि nitrogen on combustion will preferably not become the oxide until mentioned. So the general idea will be nitrogen remain N2. Clear hai bhai? There are some questions in the market where they convert nitrogen into some oxides also, but again there they mention which oxide. Getting bhaiya? But carbon becomes CO2, hydrogen become water. That is always there. Shall we carry on bhai? And what's the meaning of combustion? Combustion means, for example, A plus O2 giving you product. This kind of a reaction is combustion. Burning in the presence of O2 is combustion. These 2 things I want you to remember right now. I will use it in the next class. But revise and come bhai. Bilkul correct na bhaiya. Shall we carry on bhaiya? So last class we have done minimum molecular mass question. I gave you 58, 59, 60 question number as the homework as well. Hopefully you might have done. Out of that, generally people have doubt in question number 60 because little bit of brain will be used there. But people generally complete question number 58, 59 easily. So if you also have doubt only in 60, Try one more time by little brain uses. You will get the answer. Otherwise, my number is there only. You can WhatsApp me. I will tell you the hint. Moving on. Now we are doing empirical formula and molecular formula. So write the definition of empirical formula, bhai. Empirical formula: simplest ratio representation of element in the molecule. If we represent the element in the molecule in the simplest ratio, that is called empirical formula. And molecular formula, it is actual number of atoms in a molecule. This representation of actual number of atoms in the molecule is molecular formula. The representation of the simplest ratio of the atoms in the molecule is the empirical formula. Let's try to understand. For glucose and acetic acid, let's see. For glucose and acetic acid, I'm writing the molecular formula. Ready? For glucose and acetic acid, you can take glucose or fructose, both are having same molecular formula. So for glucose, the molecular formula will be C6H12O6. Acetic acid is CH3COOH. These are molecular formula, bhai. These are molecular formula, bhaiya. But when you want to write empirical formula, better write all atoms together. How? How many carbon? 2. How many hydrogen? 4. How many oxygen? 2. Because if this way you will write, then you will understand that if I divide glucose by 6, 6 is the largest number which can divide all these three. So you will get CH2O by 6, 6, 12 and 6, 6 and 6. When we are dividing, you will get CH2O. This is the empirical formula of glucose or fructose. And for acetic acid, 2 for 2, common 2 is there. I can divide this all with 2. So on dividing by 2, I will get CH2O, and this is also the empirical formula. So the interesting question that comes is, glucose has the same empirical formula as which compound? So is the meaning of the empirical formula clear? Meaning of molecular formula we are using from so many days now in this chapter. Empirical formula is the simplest ratio of this. Ready? There is one more number that comes, that is M. M is molecular mass by empirical formula mass. And when you multiply empirical formula with M, you will get molecular formula. So this ratio M is molecular mass by empirical formula mass. One example I can give you. For example, C6H12O6. Can you tell me the molecular mass of this? I think everyone would remember this data now. C6H12O6, glucose. What is the molecular mass, bhai? Molecular mass of glucose. Do you remember it is 180 AMU? You can find also 12 into 6 plus 12 into 1 plus 16 into 6. But it will come as 180 AMU. Can you find empirical formula mass also, bhai? Empirical formula mass also can you find, bhai? CH2O. Sir, CH2O means carbon will be 12. Atomic mass of carbon is 12. Hydrogen 1 plus 1, 2. And oxygen 16. So, sir, 30 AMU coming. So, can you tell me what is the value of M here? Molecular mass by empirical formula mass. What is the value here? So, sir, 180 by 30. 6. 6 is the value of M coming. So, in this empirical formula, if I multiply this 6, you will get C6H12O6. That is glucose. understood how to find m. Molecular mass by empirical formula mass. Don't worry, when we'll solve the question, you will get better idea. But is the basic theory clear to everyone, bhai? Molecular formula, actual formula of the molecule. Empirical formula, simplest whole number formula of the molecule. Molecular mass by empirical formula mass will give me one integer. If I multiply that with the empirical formula, I will get my molecular formula. Then, bhai, let's try method to find empirical formula. Such a tough method is there, na bhai. Guarantee, I am telling you, I will tell the method, then you will say, sir, repeat 5 times. Then also you will not get. Method is लो भाई. Method of finding empirical formula is find moles. Given mass by molar mass, given number by Avogadro number, volume of a gas at STB by 22.4 liter per mole. This is the method to find the empirical formula. Say bhai, not clear na? Find mole, very lengthy method. Find mole. Ready? Starting with the NCERT solved example, bhai, which can come in the NEET examination. If they give exactly NCERT based paper like they gave on May 3rd. Now, in a molecule, percentage of carbon by mass is 24.27%, H is 4.01%, and Cl is 71.65%. Something in this range. Clear hai bhaiya? By mass, percentage by mass. You have to find empirical formula. So see the method, bhai. See the method and follow this method only. And why to follow this method, I will show you the example, then you will understand automatically. But see the method first. In a very good handwriting, we will write pidda C, pidda H, pidda Cl. These are the elements. So bhai, how much is the percentage of carbon is 24.27% by mass. So I can take the mass of carbon to be 24.27 gram, hydrogen to be 4.01 gram, and chlorine to be 71.65 or whatever gram given in the question. Now tell me, what's the method of finding the empirical formula? Sir, find moles. How to find moles? Sir, given mass by molar mass. And carbon atom molar mass is 12 gram per mole. Hydrogen atom is 1 gram per mole. And chlorine chacha was 35.5 gram per mole. Chapandi bhai. Viliginda. Given mass by molar mass, given mass by molar mass, given mass by molar mass. Find the nearest integer. So 12 2s are 24. 4 1s are 4. 35 into 2 is 71. So I am getting C2H4Cl2. This is not the simplest ratio. So the simplest ratio will be, after dividing this by 2, CH2Cl, and this is the empirical formula. Say bhai, is the method clear? Turga say bhai, is this way of solving the question clear? I want you to solve every question of empirical molecular formula in this way only, bhai. And why, you will understand in the next slide. And which way I don't want you to solve also, I will tell you. People teach like this tabular form also, which is good method. I'm not against this method, but this method has too much mathematics. Sometime 0.5 will come, sometime 0.25 will come, sometime 0.33 will come. Then you have to divide all the number with the smallest number. Then convert that into whole number. It requires more mathematics. And for the mathematically challenged species, it is better to solve like this. It will look lengthy, dirty, but the answer will come in one step. So are you ready for the next question, bhai? NCERT unda? NCERT unda. So open the NCERT exercise question number 1.3 and 1.8. NCERT exercise question number 1.3 and 1.8. So 2 questions we will do. Yes. Why, sir? Because NCERT has given same question 2 times. In exercise they are giving one time empirical formula, one time molecular formula, but question to same hai. NCERT is saying कि in a molecule percentage of Fe is 69.9% and O is 30.1%. Find, let us say, the empirical formula. Ready? Try bhai. Same exact model is there. Try fast. So Fe is 69.9. I'm taking gram. Fe is 30.1 gram. Those who like table form, there are some people who will say that table form I have mugged up, I will do like that only. Try by that method, I have no problem. But I will solve by this method, and with this slide you will understand ki why this way of solving the question is the best for NEET and JEE examinations. Yogi Vardhan, correct. Done? Now everyone see on the board. Are you understanding that I have to do given mass by molar mass, bhai? So given mass by molar mass of Fe is 56 gram per mole. Of oxygen atom is 16 gram per mole. Up to here, anyone have any problem? I'm just finding their mole. That's all. Given mass by molar mass. That's all. Say, bhai. This much clear, everyone? This much clear, bhai, everyone? So if you solve separately, then 69.9 by 56 will be mathematically tough to do. Getting? Now see the advantage of writing like this. Now you have 4 options. Everyone focus on the board, bhai. Even though you know this, again focus on the board. There is no harm. See now. Can I divide 30 and 16 easily? Yes, sir. 2 8s are 16. 2 15s are 30. 30.1 is nearly 30 only. So did you understand this thing? Second advantage is you can divide numerator, denominator. You can also divide denominator and denominator. That means this way also allowed, this way also allowed, this way also allowed, and this way also allowed. You can divide in all 4 ways. That is the advantage of writing like this. So that answer will never come as decimal. It will always be coming as integer. See now, 8 and 7. Everyone understands, sir, 8 7s are 56. So 8 1s are 8, 8 7s are 56. Are you getting the advantage, bhai? Now after dividing this, I understood 8 and 56 are divisible. Now I understand that 69.9 is roughly 70. 70 by 7 will be 10. Are you getting? I divided like this, then I divided like this, then I'm dividing like this. And now, finally, the cherry on the top, I will divide like this. 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. So your answer is Fe2O3. Doesn't matter how dangerous the data look like. If you're solving this way and not in a tabular manner, you will never be stuck in the decimal or dividing with the smallest or something like that. Clear, bhai? Just keep one thing in mind. If there are 3 elements, let's say x upon y, p by q, and c will be a by b. So make sure whatever you divide, a and b, okay, p and q, okay, x and y, okay. But if you're dividing the denominator, so all 3 are divided together. You can't just divide between two people. If there are three people in your group, you have to do equally same to same with all those three. Similarly, numerator also, x, p and a, whatever are there, they should be divided together. So that, for example, if I have a number like 1 by 4, a, b is 1 by 2 and c is 1 by 3, I cannot divide this like this. This is wrong. Why wrong? Because here c was there. C was there. Getting bhai? But you are not taking care of C. That's why for board examination preparation, people prefer the tabular method. Getting bhaiya? But whenever there are two elements, without second thought, immediately start like this, answer will come. Clear bhaiya? So, but previous example, there were three elements, but we did not cancel these three. So keep in mind that when you are cancelling denominators or cancelling numerators, and this is very important in the structure of atom also. This you have to learn eventually. Whenever three ratios will come, I will teach this thing in detail. But right now, don't worry about it. This thing, you understood but not allowed. How to do, how to practice, all that will come. Not here. Whenever ratio of radius, I will ask you, ratio of velocities, I will ask you, there it will come. Understood? So you will learn that also. But did you understand this method, bhaiya? Can we move on to the next example? Next example is in our gym material only. Ki chromium 4.8 10 power 10 are there. Oxygen 9.6 into 10 power 10 are there. You have to find the empirical formula, bhai. Twarga. Fast. Sir, this time you are giving us number, because unit you are not giving here. Gram not given, liter not given, so this is number. So I will divide this with Avogadro number to convert into mole. But sir, if I divide both of them by Avogadro number, so there is no difference. See sir, converted into mole, 10 power 10 also cancel. This will go 2 times, so answer became CrO2. Arey say bhai. Now it is a boring topic. Why find the mole, find the ratio, answer came. Understood or not understood, bhai? Clear? Done? Badhiya. Moving on. So this was about the empirical formula, molecular formula drama. Acha, if someone say A and B are in 2:3 mass ratio. So you remember na? When 2:3 mass ratio came, ratio by weight comes, then A can be taken as 2 gram, B can be taken as 3 gram. Divide with the molar mass of A, divide with the molar mass of B, you will get the empirical formula. Are you okay with this? Are you okay? Because they will just, now they cannot confuse you in empirical formula question. Now the paper setter can only confuse you in the representation of question. Percentage okay. If the ratio comes clear na, because we have done ratio question, which you did wrong in the ending, then next class I came and I corrected it. So when 2:3 mass ratio given, 2 gram, 3 gram, you can take for simplicity, answer will come. Clear hai bhai? So can we carry on now? Shall we move on? Chaliye, very good. Moving on now. Moving on. Next. So this was about empirical formula and the molecular formula. Counting the number of entities we have done in the last class, mole concept part is over. Gram atom, gram molecule, gram ion also over. Then by, we should not apply volume of gas at STP by 22.4 liter for liquid and solid, also over. We use density in that case. Unitary method also, magnesium phosphate type of question also done. So now we are starting with stoichiometry. Stoichiometry also I started previously as well when I taught you Gillis's law of combining gaseous volume. Just a quick revision. Twarga, tell me if you are able to say this thing correctly. Write the statement. Tell me how will you read it now? Tell me how will you read this? Will you read 1 nitrogen plus 3 hydrogen? Or how will you actually read this in a correct chemical way? What's the perfectly correct chemical way of reading this chemical reaction, this balanced chemical reaction? Type, bhai, everyone type and send. And the remaining those who have not attended the class, bhai, it's live on YouTube. It is freely available. At least see those classes. Don't risk your future. Why we are keeping them on live? Because in app those will not be stored. In YouTube it is stored. Use that. 1 mole N2 react with 3 mole H2 to give 2 mole ammonia. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. Meghna, wrong. Meghna, wrong. One word, the most important word you forgot. The most important word here is reacts with. Combine also okay, but react is better. So 1 mole nitrogen, this plus means reacts with 3 mole hydrogen to produce. This arrow means to produce 2 mole ammonia. You should never say that 1 gram nitrogen reacts with 3 gram hydrogen to produce 2 gram ammonia. This should never ever be said. This ratio, this 1, 3 and 2, these numbers are called stoichiometry. These ratios are molar ratio. These are not mass ratio. Stoichiometry will give us the ratio of moles of reacted, reactant and produced product. How much product, this is product, ammonia is the product. How much product is produced and how much reactant, these are reactant. How much reactant is reacted and the products are produced. That ratio of the mole is the stoichiometry. If I ask you how much hydrogen, you should not say 3 mole. So, but 3 mole only hydrogen, na? No, bhai. Hydrogen is how much will be given in the question, will be asked in the question, will be hinted in the question. 3 is the stoichiometry. It is the ratio of nitrogen, hydrogen, ammonia moles which will react and produce. I'll give one example to explain. Tell me, 1 boy will marry how many girls? 1 boy will marry how many girls? 1 boy will marry how many girls? Why are you thinking so much, bhai? 1. That means in the universe only 1 girl is there, kya? That means in the universe only 1 girl is there. One girl marrying means in the universe only 1 girl there. Or it means that 1 girl marries 1 boy, 1 boy marries 1 girl. That's the ratio of girl and boy in the marriage. In the same way, 1 mole N2 react with 3 mole H2 does not mean that hydrogen is 3 mole. It means that if you have 1 mole of nitrogen reacting, then hydrogen will react 3 mole. Getting the point of stoichiometry here. Stoichiometry is not mole. It is the ratio of the reacted and the produced moles. Ratio. Understood the story up to here, bhai? Badhiya. Now, there is something called as I'm writing mole analysis. Like in case you don't want to use unitary method for solving the question, it's better to use mole analysis. Let's call it MAMMA. MMA. Mole analysis. MAMMA. Ammalante prema. So this topic is Ammalante prema, bhai. Every time present. Bilkul purest form of love. But can be sometimes irritating. Afterwards, we realize that it was actually for our benefit only. But in that moment, we keep on thinking, why so much she is saying, yaar, I will eat na. But then she will go, then you will feel bad, ki, yaar, I talk like this to my mother. Getting by? That same thing is stoichiometry. While doing the question, you will feel irritated. But when the teacher will discuss the same question, you will feel like, yaar, this much I should also have done. Yaar, it was so easy. That is your mole analysis, mama. So moles of nitrogen reacted moles of nitrogen by stoichiometry is reacted moles of hydrogen by stoichiometry is produced moles of ammonia. By ammonia as a product, it will be produced moles of ammonia by stoichiometry. These moles of nitrogen and hydrogen are reacted moles, bhai. These are not the given moles. These are not the leftover moles. They have to be the reacted moles. Maybe the given moles will react. Maybe they will not react. But reacted moles you have to put here. And these moles are produced moles. So stoichiometry gives you the ratio of the moles of reacted and the produced moles. Done by, and this kind of an equation is called mole analysis equation, MMA. Say bhai, ready? Some chinna questions we can do and understand why I'm saying reacted, given, left. Everything we will do. You will do it wrong in the beginning, then I will remind you, dekho beta, I told you this thing is reacted, then you will realize, acha, haan, that's why reacted sir said. But that can only be understood if I tell you the questions. You have to do the mistake, then only you will get it. Or maybe you will do it correctly. If you do correct, that means you understood without even any example. Shall we start the question now? Question is, 28 kg nitrogen reacts with excess hydrogen to form ammonia in Haber process. The name of the process doesn't matter, just to confuse you, some extra information question will always give. In Haber process, find volume of ammonia produced at STP. So number one, bhai, the most important thing for a stoichiometric question is balanced chemical reaction. If you don't have a balanced chemical reaction, you will not even have a stoichiometry. So how will you apply the stoichiometry, bhai, without a stoichiometry? So the most important thing for the stoichiometry question is reaction. So the reaction is N2 plus 3H2 gives you 2NH3. You will have to remember a few reactions, bhai. That's why I said neutralization and combustion, remember today. Remaining slowly, I will give you information. You will remember slowly, bhai. But at least remember this two reactions today which I gave you and this third reaction of Haber process. N2 plus 3H2 gives you 2 ammonia. Now, can you tell me how much nitrogen they have given? So sir, they have given you 28 kg nitrogen, but you told us mass relation is not correct. So we should convert this into moles. So can we find the moles of nitrogen as given mass by molar mass? Given mass is 28,000 gram, 28 kg. Molar mass of N2 is 28 gram per mole. So sir, 1000 mole of N2 coming. Up to here, anyone have any problem? This was the last lecture syllabus, bhai. 1000 mole. Acha, hydrogen is given in excess amount. Ammonia kawali. Clear? So can we apply mole analysis? Apply mole analysis, I will call now onwards Amma, so that you understand Amma Lante Prema. Amma, apply mole analysis. How the equation will look like? Sir, according to the equation of mole analysis, the moles of nitrogen reacted moles of nitrogen by stoichiometry is reacted moles of hydrogen by stoichiometry is produced moles of ammonia by stoichiometry. So say bhai, How much is the nitrogen reacted amount here? So the 1000 mole of nitrogen is given and the hydrogen is in excess. So maybe nitrogen completely reacted 1000 out of 1000. So 1000 mole reacted here by 1. Ab hydrogen they are not asking me, so I will ignore. Ammonia they are asking, ammonia. Ammonia they are asking. So I will find the moles of ammonia produced by 2. So moles of ammonia produced is coming as 2000 moles. Clear, bhai? And whenever we go away from the mole, what we do? From mole we want to find something. We are going away from the mole. What we do? Whenever we go away from the mole, what we do? Multiply. Kya baat hai, Akshay? So whenever we are going away from the mole, we will multiply. So we are finding the volume of ammonia at STP. We are going away from the mole, so I will multiply. For volume, I will multiply 22.4 liter. So my answer will be 2000 into 22.4 and the volume will come in liters. So many of you gave the correct answer, only 44.8 into 10 power 3 liter. But did you understand this mole analysis drama, bhai? Some people are there in the online who are consistently attending the lecture, bhai. You will get good marks also in the NEET, you will see. Just don't break this rhythm. Getting, bhai? Attend every track, every class. Marks also will come eventually and good rank will also come. These are the basic things, na yaar. From where they will ask? If your fundamentals are clear, whatever they will ask you, will be able to answer. But if you start missing the classes, not just because you are in online, you will miss the classes, then your answers will not come fluently. And once the rhythm is broken in online especially, after that recovery becomes impossible, bhai. I cannot give you this false hope ki even the word impossible says I am possible. That works well in the last 1 month when it will give you the motivation. But reality is that online, if you are attending the class, and offline also, if you are attending the classes and you are attending good from beginning, revising properly, doing material, if that rhythm will be maintained for 5-6 months, you are into the medical college. Easily, good medical college, Andhra Medical College, Kurnool Medical College, getting Osmania Gandhi if you are from Telangana, those kind of colleges. So don't make your life complicated by breaking the rhythm. Done, bhaiya? Shall we carry on? Shall we carry on, bhai? Now, write down limiting reagent. Limiting reagent. The reactant consumed first due to lesser stoichiometric amount present initially. This thing in the bracket you can write. The simple definition you can keep in your mind: the reactant consumed first is the limiting reagent, and limiting reagent decides amount of product formed and it also decides amount of excess reagent. Excess reagent means two reactant are there, one will be in less amount, other will be in more amount. So more amount reagent is excess reagent. It decides the amount of excess reagent reacted. It will not decide how much produced directly. It cannot decide how much produced, how much leftover of excess reagent, but how much reacted of excess reagent, how much product produced is decided by the limiting reagent. Basically, LR is our hero of the topic. The hero of the topic will be limiting reagent. Let's understand the meaning. For example, you have 2 boys, 3 girls ready for the marriage. So how many marriages will happen? How many marriages will happen, bhai? 2 boys and 3 girls. बढ़िया सर 2. Why? Sir, because boys were only 2, girls are 3, and one boy react with one girl. So 2 boys react with 2 girls. Girls are extra, they are excess reagent here. Boy is limiting reagent here, and limiting reagent will decide the product. How many girls got married? In this question, how many girls got married? In this question, how many girls got married? So sir, there are 2 boys getting married. So sir, there must be 2 girls getting married. Who decided this answer also? Limiting reagent. So now understanding, limiting reagent, the reactant consumed first will decide number of product, amount of product formed, and how much excess reagent reacted. For example, I take here 8 girls, then also only 2 girls will get married, because 2 boys means 2 girls will marry. So amount of the excess reagent reacted and the amount of product formed, both are decided by limiting reagent. Firstly, tell me, this slide is completely clear or not clear? Is this slide completely clear by limiting reagent drama? The reactant given in the lesser stoichiometric amount, that bhai sahab will decide ki how many product will be formed and how much excess reagent will react. Perfectly clear? Perfectly clear? So tell me, I teach you 50 different examples. 50 examples I teach you, let us say 50. Chalo 45. 45 examples I taught you. You understood 30 examples. 15 you did not understand, they were tough. So how many questions you will be able to solve in the exam? 45 or 30? I explained you 45 questions. You understood only 30 questions. 30. Limiting reagent. Let us say, in the examination, biology came so lengthy, it took 2.5 hours. Getting? Now, the final marks will depend upon what I taught, or what you understood, or how much time you got in the exam. I taught 45, you understood 30, but you only got 10 minutes to do chemistry paper. Now your final marks will depend upon what I taught, or what you understood, or how much time was left. Time. Why? Sir, because the least out of these 3 right now is the time. So bhaiya, understand, syllabus is this much, JEE main examples are these many, advanced are these many, Olympiad are these many, time is this much only. So your selection is dependent on the time. That you have to worry about. Don't worry, all the examples covered, not covered, doesn't matter. Utilize your time properly. Focus on the limiting reagent only. Don't waste energy on excess reagent. It is useless. Girls are not useless. Excess reagent are useless. Getting, bhaiya? Are you getting? So in the NEET preparation for long-term student, what is the limiting reagent? Number of questions taught, or amount of time you have for preparation. So your selection depend upon that time. That time focus upon. Do the best in the given time. Syllabus will never get over. Do the best you can in the given time. Done, bhaiya? Chaliye, next question. Now understand. Tell me the statement. Let's say N2 plus 3H2 gives you 2NH3 example I am taking again. And 3 mole nitrogen and 5 mole hydrogen are there. Nitrogen is 3 mole, hydrogen is 5 mole. Initially, In the beginning, I mixed 3 mole nitrogen and 5 mole hydrogen. So my question is, the reactant with lesser moles is limiting reagent bhai. Say bhaiya, true or false? The reactant with lesser moles is the limiting reagent, or the reactant with more moles is the limiting reagent? You have to state true or false. The reactant with lesser mole is the limiting reagent. True or false? Statement number 1. What is the answer? Statement number 2. What is the answer? Reactant with lesser mole. It's a general statement I am giving you. General statement bhaiya. General statement. The reactant with lesser mole will be the limiting reagent, or the reactant with higher mole will be the limiting reagent? Pranita, correct. So bhai, the reactant with lesser mole or more moles, I don't know. Any one of them can be the limiting reagent. So number of moles amount will not decide the limiting reagent alone. That's why I gave in the definition the reactant with lesser stoichiometric amount. What is the meaning of this? You will understand now. Are we ready? So don't think कि सर nitrogen 3 mole तो limiting reagent. नहीं, wrong. Lesser moles is not limiting reagent. More moles is not excess reagent. More moles is not limiting reagent. Less moles is not excess reagent. Mole have not any direct relation with the limiting excess reagent. It is via stoichiometry. Understood the idea, bhaiya? Shall we see now? Ready? Are ready, bhai? Ready? Shall I explain? Shall I explain? देखो, if 1 mole nitrogen react, तो how many moles of hydrogen will react? If 1 mole nitrogen will react, then how many moles of hydrogen will react in this reaction? If 1 mole will react, if 3, by 1 mole nitrogen react, then 3 mole hydrogen react. So let us say all 3 moles are reacting. 1 mole nitrogen reacting, so 3 mole hydrogen reacting. So if 3 moles of nitrogen will react, more moles are reacting, so hydrogen will also react more. So when 1 react, 3 react. This 1 react, this 3 react. Then this 3 react. This how much will react? This 1 nitrogen 1 react, hydrogen 3 react. So if nitrogen 3 reacting, how much hydrogen would be reacting? Navya, correct. Remaining people answer, bhai. I am saying 1 nitrogen react, so 3 hydrogen react. So 3 nitrogen will react. So how many hydrogen will react? Say, bhai. Twarga. 9. But hydrogen to given only 5 na. Hydrogen is less than the stoichiometric amount. Did you understand the meaning of stoichiometric amount? It is lesser than what is coming by the stoichiometry. I'll tell you a simpler method of identifying limiting reagent, but firstly understand the basic, bhai. Rather than going to the trick, firstly understand the basic. Basic clear? Hello? Getting? Now the method how to identify LR, limiting reagent, how to identify. 100% accuracy will come in this method, bhai. The method is given moles by stoichiometry divide. Divide the given moles by stoichiometry, and wherever the given mole by stoichiometry is least, that bhai sahab is the limiting reagent. Given moles ka do, given moles by stoichiometry you should check. Let's see one example I will show you, you will understand. So I'm identifying LR. Given moles are 3 mole and 5 mole. So given moles by stoichiometry is 3 by 1. Getting? Given mole 3 stoichiometry 1. Given mole 5 by stoichiometry 3. Now tell me 3 by 1 is 3. 5 by 3 is 1.66. Which is more? 3. So who is the excess reagent Chala amount? Nitrogen. Who is the limiting reagent? Hydrogen. Hydrogen moles are more. Moles are more for hydrogen. More amount is given of hydrogen. But the limiting reagent is also hydrogen. Sir, can I say that more moles is limiting reagent? Nahi, uncle. Limiting reagent is that species whose given moles by stoichiometry, will be lesser. So if the given moles by stoichiometry is lesser, it is limiting reagent, and given moles by stoichiometry is more, it is excess reagent. Twarga say bhai, is this clear or not clear? Is this clear or not clear? Twarga bhai. So who is the limiting reagent? Hydrogen. Now we will apply mole analysis on LR. So who is the limiting reagent? Firstly, I will apply the mole analysis. Moles of nitrogen reacted moles of nitrogen by 1 is reacted moles of hydrogen. Reacted moles of hydrogen by 3 is the produced moles of ammonia by 2. Now in this mole analysis equation, which value can I put? Can I put nitrogen? Sir, nitrogen is the excess reagent, ignore him, you cannot put that value. Sir, what does it mean? Can I put here 3 mole nitrogen? Answer is no. Conceptually understand why no. Don't just mug up. Sir, I mugged up, sir. LR I can put, ER I can't put. Understand the concept here. How much nitrogen there? 3 mole. I understood that is excess reagent. That means that amount is given more. That means reacted amount is less. 3 mole given, but the reacted amount is less than 3 mole. Sir, how much is that amount? I don't know. So if I don't know, what can I put here? Getting bhai? Nitrogen given 3 mole, but complete 3 mole not reacting. Hydrogen given 5 mole, but all 5 mole reacting. So can I put here hydrogen as 5 mole because it is the limiting reagent? That's the definition, na? Limiting reagent will be completely consumed. 5 mole hydrogen with 100% efficiency, assuming, because efficiency not given. So I'm assuming that 100% whatever is given, everyone is willing to react. But because hydrogen is given lesser in the amount, divided by stoichiometry, he is the limiting reagent, he will be consumed completely. And when I put 5 mole of hydrogen here, can you tell me how much ammonia produced? So 5 mole by 3 is moles of ammonia by 2. So moles of ammonia produced will be 10 by 3 mole. What they were asking, I think mole only they were asking, that's the answer. Did you understand this drama, bhai? Did you understand this drama? Sir, when to identify limiting reagent? If amount of more than one reactant is given, identify LR, then only apply mole analysis. So if 2 or more reactant amount is given, then in that case 100% firstly identify who is the limiting reagent, then only find the product bhai. Otherwise you will not know who is the hero of the topic. Until you know who is the hero of the topic, you cannot solve that topic bhai. And how to identify LR? Given moles by stoichiometry. So 1-2 more questions we can solve, and then remaining practice we'll do in the next class. Ready, bhai? This much noted, bhaiya. This much noted. Something going in the head. Things going in the head, bhai. Hello. Something going in the head, na? Now, let us say 3a plus 2b plus 1 by 2c gives you product. So I am giving you 4 mole A, 2 mole B, and 1.5 mole C are mixed. Identify limiting reagent. 3 reactants are there. Identify the limiting reagent, bhai. Identify the limiting reagent, bhaiya. Fast. Sir, for identifying limiting reagent, I will take given moles by stoichiometry for A, B, and C. There are 3A, 2B, and half C, giving us product. So here the given moles of A, sir, 4 mole given, stoichiometry 3, stoichiometry is 3. B is 2 mole given, stoichiometry only 2. C is 1.5 mole given, but the stoichiometry is half. So sir, little bit math I can do here. 4 by 3 is 1.33. 2 by 2 is 1. And sir, 1.5 by 2. So 2 will go up. 1.5 by half. Denominator of the denominator become numerator. This is coming 3. So who is the limiting reagent? This is the least amount we are getting. So see, those who are answering, are you understanding? You are not understanding the point properly. Doesn't matter who is least. I'll give you very simple example. Chalo, simple example I will give. Very simple example. Everyone will understand limiting reagent ekdam properly, and then we'll end the class. But firstly, method clear? Method clear? Given mole by stoichiometry, given mole by stoichiometry, given mole by stoichiometry, given mole by stoichiometry, whatever coming least is the LR. Maybe this question some people said C because they did not understand ki 1.5 by half is not 0.75. 1.5 by 2 they would have done. That's why I gave half here to understand basic math, or sometimes everything you will get in chemistry. Math will be so lallu you will fail. So practice to important here. Now, I will end the LR concept with a simple example. Now tell me, I made, let us say, chutney this much. Chutney I made this much. Sambar I made this much. Are you getting? Think like this. I made this much chutney. I'm going to eat idli now. I made this much chutney. I made this much sambar. Chalo, sambar even more I will make. Why not? I made this much sambar. Chutney this much, sambar this much. Clear? Chutney was chala spicy. In this I added 591 Guntur chili. In this chutney I added 500 something Guntur chili. Chala spicy. Sambar, very tasty. Means you will taste once, you will forget about any other sambar eaten ever in your life. Means directly, bilkul think like this ki Annapurna Devi made. Directly. Very tasty sambar. 1 bottle. Chutney this much. I am eating idli with my family. Let's say there are 30 people eating idli. Chutney is less. Sambar is more. What will be consumed first? This chutney will be consumed first, in which salt is very high. Chili 500. In that some sand particle also is sprinkled. Or the sambar, which is very tasty. Sambar. Because sambar is consumed more. Getting by? So doesn't matter what is less in amount. What matters is in a given reaction, what is consumed, that also matters. Are you getting, bhai? Hello. So let us say for every 1 spoon of chutney, people are taking 5 spoons sambar. So the sambar number has to be divided with 5 and chutney has to be divided with 1, because when 1 chutney will be consumed, 5 sambar will be consumed. So when 2 chutney consumed, 10 sambar consumed. So sambar amount has to be divided with 5. One person eating 5 spoons sambar, one person eating 1 spoon chutney. So if the sambar is 50 spoon, only 10 people can eat. 50 spoon, 50, 5 spoon per person, only 10 people can eat. Sambar 6 spoon, sorry, chutney 6 spoon, 6 people can eat. Are you getting my point? So that's why I'm dividing with the stoichiometry also the amount, to understand if the given amount was more than required or less than required. So that's why you will do this method only, you will apply, but you should also understand why we are doing this. Clear hai bhai? Chances are almost zero ki here they can confuse you, because this is a very clear cut way. Means you cannot change the method in this case. This is unitary method only. That they cannot change. Chemistry wise they can twist the question, those formulas, but still why to take a chance? If we can understand, time is there. Now 1:16 PM, time is there. So rather than doing tata bye bye and passing some time in useless activity, why not understand properly? Ki, Achha, haan sir, limiting reagent to we use every day. Whenever we are having in the mess idli and punugulu both, idli and dosa both, then dosa get consumed first, punugu get consumed first, bonda get consumed. If it is tasty, whatever is more tasty in the house will get consumed first. Doesn't matter how much it is made. Are you getting? That's why stoichiometry also is going to matter in deciding the limiting reagent. So given moles by stoichiometry, whosoever least is the LR. Next class we are going to practice some more questions of limiting reagent. Done bhai. And after that our limiting reagent and followed by percent yield will get over, stoichiometry will be over, then we'll start with the ediometry. Done bhai. Chaliye then, tata, bye bye. Practice some questions from material, you will understand while doing also which questions you can do. Done bhai, from exercise number 1. Chaliye then, bye 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 bye. Rahman, you can practice, but new module is different than the previous one. Clear bhai? But previous one was not bad, just new one is having more relevant content as compared to last year. Chaliye then, bye bye.